Hello everyone. Now this is my neighborhood. I don't live on this street. Now this house right here used to be where Amy lived. Now she doesn't live there anymore. There's a water tower. This end unit all the way over here was where Christina used to live. She doesn't live here anymore either. She moved last year. And Amy moved a couple years before, the year before. Now, this is how much snow is in New Jersey right now. Hope you didn't hear my Apple Watch since I'm wearing AirPods. Just listening to some music. Now, this is my first time filming a walk. Although I probably should have started closer to my house. Now, this brown snow right here. When I was 9 years old, I used to eat that shit. Now I don't anymore. Because now I know how disgusting it is and how dangerous it is to eat that snow. Can't believe I used to do that, but I don't do it anymore. But I never ate the yellow snow. The yellow snow is dog pee. I remember Max sniffed the yellow snow when he was alive. I miss him so much. He was a good dog. I liked all four of my dogs equally, but I still consider Max the world's best dog because of how he behaved. Compared to my other dogs, 3 out of my 4 dogs died. And I'm hoping I get my 5th dog before anything happens to Roxy. Now, can you believe I used to eat this shit? I don't know why I can think about it now. But this shit I would never eat. Never eaten it, never will. Here's some mailboxes. Don't know whose is whose, and even if I did, I wouldn't say. It's a nice day for a walk. Wish I had a dog to go with me. But I don't. Oh, a blue jay! I hope I got it on video. Wasn't on the ground for long. These birds are scared of everyone. And I'm sorry about my language if any little kids are watching. I don't think any little kids would know I exist. I just wanted to show how disgusting eating dirty snow is. The brown snow. I hope that was dirt and not pee I showed you. There's still some leaves on the ground. There's a speedometer. I don't know if you can see right now, but you'll be able to see it when I get up closer. It measures your speed and tells you if you're going too fast. How you will know is by the number being red, and they will take a picture of your license plate, and then the picture will get sent to the HOA, and then the HOA will send you a letter with a picture with your license plate in it. Now I'm gonna wait here for a couple minutes to see if anyone goes by so I can show you how that works. There's the water tower again right there. Now that airplane light is so airplanes don't hit it. It's a red light that only lights up at night so airplanes don't hit it, which I think is smart. But Disney would never build anything that tall. So that water tower is a lot taller than every single Disney World attraction. And Disney World is in Orlando, not that far from the Orlando airport. Well, maybe far away enough to where you don't see or hear the airplanes flying. Nope, that's ABC gum, not a coin. If it was a coin, I would pick it up. So glad that they fixed this sign. Excuse the sun glare. There's another bird. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you saw the birds. They were really far away. Now I hope Amy and Christina see this video. They will know it's me because of my profile picture being a picture of Max. Now this here is to keep people from leaving dog poop on the ground and stuff like that. Although the sign has both a cat and a dog on it. It says pet waste transmits disease and contaminates drinking water. It's the law. $50 to $100 fine. I think that's what it said. It's getting harder for me to read these things now. And I'm almost 22. I'm gonna be 22 next month. Hope the weather's warmer by my birthday. Now there are these signs everywhere too that say no stopping or standing. Never knew what they meant. I think it means that cars can't stop there and people can't stand there. I think it's nice that they shoveled out the fire hydrants. I'm gonna see if I can show you. There's a fire hydrant over there. I hope they shoveled this one out. They probably did if they shoveled the other ones out. Yep, they did. So glad they're shoveling out fire hydrants. I think that's important. But you should never park in front of a fire hydrant. It's illegal. Don't want to show strangers cars. Like, these townhouses kind of look like the ones on my street, but this is not my street. There's a speed limit sign. I'm hoping to get my eyes checked soon, since it's getting harder for me to read signs. Parking only in designated areas and between the painted lines. Okay, that's good to know. Wish they had those parallel painted lines on my street, but it's not safe. There's ice everywhere. There's a hill of snow. I used to play in the snow when I was little. And that was why I used to like the snow when I was little, but now I don't like the snow anymore because I have to shovel the driveway. And last week I hurt my arm from all the shoveling, but I think it feels better now. Hope it doesn't hurt anymore. Utility box right here. I think the utility boxes right outside my house are buried, or else I would show you this unique trick I can do with them. Now this house right here, not the end unit, the one next to it, one of the neighborhood bullies used to live there until the house burned down. I never knew what caused the fire, but that family never moved back, and that family was not nice. The parents were mean, which made the boy think it was okay to be mean. Now, one of my old teachers lives here. Well, I was never in any of her classes. There's a utility box. Here comes a car. Now, sometimes there are cats out here. I think the cats are inside now because of the winter. That sign says the same thing as the other one that I was reading. It's just different colors. Here's where I can get the best look at the water tower. Now here you can see the airplane light better. When the weather gets warmer out, I'll have to take a video of myself walking outside. When it's warmer out. Now I have to see if my exercise ring on my Apple Watch goes. It did. It did when I was in the other area of the neighborhood, the one where Amy and Christina used to live. It was over by Amy and Christina's house, old houses. That my exercise ring closed. So forget about that. Now I shovel my neighbor's driveways for money in the winter. I'm not giving out my phone number because I don't want to do it to strangers who don't live in my neighborhood or don't live on my street. Stop sign fell down. Looks like a lot of signs fell down with the snowstorm. Hope they get fixed. Glad this sign was finally fixed, the street sign. Now I can take a shortcut back to my house, going on that path over there. I can't right now because of all the snow. Looks like they shoveled out the mailboxes and the fire hydrants. Those are the two most important things to get shoveled out. I shoveled out my mailbox once, it was 5 years ago, but normally the landscapers do it. I'm sure the landscapers are the ones who salted the sidewalks and the mailbox. Can't wait until the summer. In 3 months, the weather will be warmer. It's hard to believe how much warmer the weather was 3 months ago compared to now. Well, it was colder, but it's hard to believe that the weather's going to be even warmer in 3 months. And there's 3 months left until the pool opens. Those 3 months will go by quick. I'm hoping I can use social media if I can travel internationally or text me with Androids. Kick the snowball. And this is really cool. The rock wall. I think I used to run or walk along this rock wall when I was younger, I don't remember. And that used to be a trail for people to ride their sleds and bikes. But some jerk bought it. And that same jerk bought other parts of the neighborhood, like the ballpark behind my old house. And also a part of the sidewalk. Now, I used to play in the ballpark behind my townhouse back when I lived in that townhouse, but now I don't anymore. There's no stop me saying sign. This one says, please leash, curb, and clean up after your pets. I always do that. I would never walk a dog without a leash. Well, actually, 5 years ago, I would sometimes walk Max without a leash, but I never walked up to Amy's house because I was afraid of her complaining about it. But the most I would have done was if I saw Amy on her property, I would have dropped Max's leash so he could say hi to her. Although I don't know if she would let me do that either. I think she would also get upset because I remember she told me to keep Max out of her garden. Now this is the back of Amy's old house. Someone I don't know lives there now. And all I know is that that lady is not as nice as Amy. And that's why I was happier when Amy lived there. And me and Amy used to be best friends. But now she wants nothing to do with me. And I'm hoping cross paths with her one day, and when she does, hope she wants something to do with me again. There's another speedometer sign, or whatever the speed limit things are called. Those are to prevent people from speeding. So I think it's funny that one's by the back of Amy's old house and the other one is by the back of Christina's old house. Because my dad moved to this area because it was where Amy and Christina used to live. Although they don't live there anymore. At least I would have met them sooner. But he did not. And ever since both of them moved, I couldn't wait until I could move. And I can't wait until I move. Although I'm not moving anytime soon. But when Amy and Christina lived in my neighborhood, I didn't want to move. Now that street goes to the water tower. With this winter weather, I don't want to show it today. But I could show you when the weather gets warmer. There are a lot of footsteps here. Now I will have to show you the Bergen bookstore again. But I'm trying not to shop there anymore. And that's because I have to save my money for Disney World in Europe. That's because my dad and his girlfriend told me that for me and my dad's girlfriend's kids, we have to pay for our own snacks and souvenirs. They're not buying that stuff for us. Well, for years, whenever I went to Disney World with my family, whether it was with my mom or my dad, it was since I was a teenager, I would have to buy my stuff myself, and that my parents wouldn't buy that stuff for me anymore because I was old enough to buy my own things with my own money, and I always pay for things. Although there are certain objects they won't let me get, such as stuffed animals, and sometimes they'll let me get hoodies and baseball hats, and other times they won't. Those are the 3 things I like buying the best, but they always let me get t-shirts. And they always let me get pins and stuff like that from Disney World. I've been to Disney World a lot. Stupid AirPod always falling out. I feel like it's always the last one. I don't know if you can see from here, but this is where the water tower is. I don't know if you can see because of the trees. Now back in August or September, I saved Baby Bird from dying when it fell in the storm drain. To save money, I called the non-emergency police. Like, you can do that. And the police officer used tennis rackets to help get the baby bird out of the storm drain. And then he made sure the baby bird did not fall in the storm drain across the street. There's a little pathway shoveled. Now, one of my dad's neighbors lives there. My dad knew that neighbor longer than me, although I never see them anymore. That street, I don't know that many people in that area. That's like these 2 areas I just passed now are the 2 areas where I know just people. I don't know why I couldn't get the car when I was over on the other side of the neighborhood. It stopped, and now it's going again. So hoping it wasn't a nice officer. Oh, it stopped again. I feel bad for that black car because of the blue car stopping a lot. I may as well take my AirPods out. They're hurting me, and they keep falling out. And I don't get how the AirPods don't fall out for some people like Amy. Because I know Amy has AirPods. She told me hers don't fall out, and that was why she used them in the pool back when she lived in my neighborhood. Now this is the playground. This is what it looks like. Now over there, where that clubhouse is, that's the pool. I can't show you right now because of snow. So I'll just keep walking. I'm carrying my AirPods in my opposite hand of my iPhone because I don't want to lose them. And I don't feel like putting them in the case yet. Although I probably should. So I'm going to put my coat up and pull my AirPods case out of my pocket. And now I'm going to stop right here, pause so I can put my AirPods in my pocket and my case and put my case in my pocket. Yeah, put my AirPods away, and the reason why I stopped the video is because I didn't want to get bad quality. And I did drop one. I put one AirPod away, and as I was doing it, I dropped the other one, and I picked it up and I made sure I didn't drop the other one, or the other one didn't fall out of the case. It's really good. The AirPods are really good at not falling out of the case. Now, I'm not gonna film that neighbor's car going by. This is my street. Now the street sign. Can't really see it from here. I'm not gonna give out the house number for either of the houses, although one of them I don't live in anymore. Light just went by. Now I'm gonna show you something. Here's another fire hydrant. They said they were sold out. Now, I can't show you the whole guard post. I think that's what this is. I think this neighborhood used to be a gated community before my dad moved here. But now this guard post is abandoned. It's been abandoned for at least 13 years. There's no way I can get in. There's a light over there. There's a power thing over there. There's a window. It's all boarded up. I could have sworn there was an AC unit here. Might be covered in the snow. Yeah, the electricity unit was destroyed and the power switch is still on. Don't know what this is now. Don't know what happened. I think the AC unit was right here. I'll have to show you again when the snow melts. The AC unit might have been here. Well, why does it matter? I'm trying to remember where the AC unit was because I could have sworn there was a tiny AC unit here. Now, there's a private property sign there. I don't know who goes there anyway. Now there's a sign here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Now there's the parking rules. Can't get around to get closer. I have to go all the way here to walk around, and then I'll have to go back on my street. And then I'll go home. There's another posted sign here. This used to be the sign for my dad's neighborhood, but the letters and stuff were all taken off, which is very upsetting. And of course, there's a lot of ice here. So I'll just turn around here. This is the new sign. That was there since a couple years before my dog died. Now, there's a part of the logo over there. And you can see the letters were taken off. I'll have to Google some pictures to post in here on YouTube what the sign used to look like before it was destroyed. But I'm glad they got a new one, although it took a long time. Never knew how long. I don't remember how long those letters were gone because I don't know how long it took me to notice. But it was gone at least most of the time my dad lived in this neighborhood. Don't remember if it was taken down before or after Amy moved to this neighborhood. And that's because I never knew how long she lived in this neighborhood for. That's because I never thought about asking her. But I wish I did. But there's some loose gravel here. Now, I never knew how people would get into the guard post. I never knew how to get in and what it looked like on the inside. I wish I could show you. And there's the soffit over there. I just learned not that long ago that part is called the soffit. And somehow animals get in the soffit, but I haven't seen that happen there because I don't find any holes for them to be able to get in. But I did get a bat in my townhouse bathroom 6 months ago. Well, in 2 days it will be 6 months since the bat got in my bathroom already. I haven't had a bat in my house ever since. I hope I never do. Nobody likes bats in their house. not even bat lovers want bats in their house. That's supposed to be a storm drain. All of the snow will melt into water, and then the water will go into the storm drain. Now that's the ballpark. I did show you in a separate video the ballpark back in December. I have to find out how to get that clip. 28 minutes, clips in there.
51 seconds per mile.
Now I think you did hear my watch this time. There's another sign. There's another sign. There's the ballpark right here. This is the clubhouse. There's an American flag. There used to be a flag about the neighborhood too when I was younger, but I think that's gone now. It was there when me and Amy were friends. Definitely there when she walked Max. And I think it was there after she didn't walk Max anymore too. I think it was there during COVID. Never knew what happened. I have to remember to ask the neighbors if they know what happened. The neighbors still live here now. There's another speed limit sign. Now I feel like my eyes have been getting worse, and I don't know how. I think it's all that time I've been spending on TikTok, because I've been spending a lot of time on TikTok, and that's the one app I use the most. That's why I don't post that much on any of the other social media apps, is because I'm mostly on TikTok. And I'm a Gen Z, and most Gen Zs are on TikTok all the time. Now that's the pool. That gate over there is to get in the pool. That gate was to get out of the pool during COVID. I don't remember what the neighborhood looked like before that shed was there, because it's there for at least 5 years. Now there's my car over there, the Camry. I'll have to move that in a couple of hours. That's all the decals. The snow has left a lot of damage to my car, and that's why I hate the winter. And I think that's why my car is a hunk of junk. Here's a big snow pile, and here's a tree. I remember one of the last times I walked Max, there were a bunch of bees in every single tree. And I just walked 1 or 2 laps around this street, and I found a bunch of dead bees on the ground, but I didn't touch them. And they were carpenter bees, not wood bees. Or actually, wood bees and carpenter bees are the same things, but not yellow jackets or anything like that. They were the carpenter bees, which are the most harmless ones, the least harmful ones. Luckily, I'm not allergic to bees. Well, I could become allergic at any time, so I'm trying not to get stung, so that way I don't find out. And anyone could become allergic to anything at any time. There's a stick. This is my next door neighbor's house. This Indian over here. Christina's relatives used to live in that end unit, but they were really mean to me. And that's my dad's truck in the driveway. I don't want to show the house number. I hope you didn't see it. I don't want to give out my address. Well, I'm not saying what town this is in this video, so that way you don't find out my full address. Here's the snow. That got a lot of snow. Can't believe how much snow got here and how it didn't melt. Now, excuse this messy garage. Hope it gets cleaned soon. It used to be cleaner before COVID. It was a lot cleaner before COVID. So most of this mess was here since COVID, I think. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and I hope to upload more often on here. Bye! Bye! Bye-bye.